everyone, welcome back. So I have another delicious recipe for you. So this is my banana bread pudding. So delicious, guys, and I'm going to share with you my recipe and show you all my ingredients. So here we go. So here we're going to need a bread. This is a brioche bread. It's a loaf of it you need, no more than a loaf. Okay, you need 3 overripe bananas. Okay, so here I have a tablespoon and a half of this is vanilla bean powder, and here I have tablespoon and a half of cinnamon mixed with nutmeg and other spices. Okay guys, you need 10 eggs in total, 5 of which you only need the yolk. Okay, so here I have my egg yolks, and here I have my 5 eggs, and you also need a 9 by 13 dish, baking dish. Okay, and here guys we need 2.5 cup of 10% cream, 2.5 cup of 35% cream. You need vanilla, you need about a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and you're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup, or any syrup that you have is fine. Any syrup that you use for your pancakes is fine. Okay, and here we have our pot for our custard. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and mash our bananas and beat our eggs, and then I'll show you guys how I'm setting up everything in the next clip. So guys, I am mashing our bananas. So this is 3 bananas. Okay, you got to make sure that it's mashed to like a creamy consistency, so no chunks of bananas in there. That's why you need it to be overripe, right? That's why you need it to be ripe. Okay, it's coming along, guys. So guys, I finished mashing my banana. So now I'm ready. I'll show you the next step for the bread, guys. So you need a tray, cookie tray. And this is what you're gonna do, guys. You're just gonna spread it out like this on the cookie tray. Make sure that your oven is set at 350. So what you're gonna do, put this in the tray for in the oven for 6 minutes on 350, as I say. And you just want your bread lightly toasted, but crisp around the edges. Okay, so lightly toasted for 6 minutes in your oven, crisp around the edges. Okay, so here it goes in the oven, guys. So next thing I'm gonna work on is our eggs. Okay guys, so now we are whipping our eggs. And what I always do when I'm baking, I'm whipping my eggs, I usually add vanilla, a bit of vanilla. Okay, just because I don't want that raw smell to the egg. And I find that when you do this, whatever you bake, you don't taste the eggs. Okay, so now our bread are lightly toasted and firm around the edges. Okay, so this is how you want it. I actually left it in for 7 minutes. After 6 minutes, I just flipped it onto the next side for an additional minute. Okay, and see, they're perfect. This is how you want your bread, guys. All right, so sorry about that. Okay, so over here, our eggs are nicely whipped. They're ready. I added a little bit of the spices in there. And guys, oh, I forgot to mention, I have a third cup sugar. Okay, so we also need that for our custard. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add 2.5 cups of each cream to the pot. Okay guys, so that's 2.5 cup of the 35% cream, and now 2.5 cups of the 10% cream. Then guys, we're gonna add the vanilla bean powder in there, and then our sugar in the pot, and our spice. Okay, not all of it, just gonna leave back that much. Okay, so now you need your stove on medium heat, and then we're just gonna keep stirring this. You don't want it to come to a boil. You just want it to, you know, not to come to a boil. Okay guys, as I was saying, okay, so here the stove is on medium heat. I'm just gonna stir. What you see here is all the spices in here. So what you're gonna do, guys, is stir. You just want to steam, not boil. All right, so you're gonna do this for 10 minutes on medium heat. Okay, so here is our custard. It's off of the heat. I just took it off the heat, and I'm gonna let it rest for 15 minutes. I should say let it cool for 15 minutes because you need it to cool so that you can add your egg mixture and your banana. All right, you don't want to add it now while it's still warm because your eggs are gonna scramble if you do. You do not want that. You don't want scrambled eggs in your custard. Okay, so guys, here I have our slice of bread. Okay, make sure that you lightly grease your dish. Okay, so for the bottom layer, so I started doing the bottom layer already, so I'm just showing you, don't let any space between your bread. Okay, make sure that it's nice and tight in there. Okay, every layer you do, make sure that it's nice and tight and there's no space. Okay, all right, I'll show you the next clip when I layer all this. So guys, you know, in most of my recipe, when I bake, I gotta have a touch of spirit. Okay, so here is our spirit for our banana bread pudding. There you go, guys. All right, so we're gonna need a tablespoon of Bailey's. Okay, all right. Okay, so here we go, guys. Now we're ready to add our eggs and our banana to our cream, which is going to be our custard. Okay, so while I whisk, I'm just going to add our eggs slowly. Guys, so now I'm ready for our bananas. And here in our measuring cup, we have our syrup, our maple syrup. Oh my goodness, guys, this is so thick. Look at that. If you find a little bit of lumps of banana, you can just, you know, still kind of blend it out. Okay, now we're ready to layer our bread pudding, our banana bread pudding. So first of all, we're gonna put, let me move this camera out a little bit, sorry guys. So first we're gonna add a third of this maple syrup. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like this, guys. Ooh, looks delicious already. Okay, so now guys, we're gonna scoop our custard. Oh, sorry guys, let me just tighten this. Okay, so now we're gonna scoop our custard over our bread. Make sure you cover it. I hope I'm explaining this clearly. If not, you can just leave me a question in the comment section. Okay guys, so there we go. Okay, and now we're gonna put another, drizzle a little bit of maple syrup. There we go, over that. Okay, and now the next step, you layer with your bread again, just like you did before. Never mind my dry hands, guys. Okay, oh, let's put a little bit more. Just need to cover it. All right, guys. Okay, so there we go. Guys, so here it is. So we're at the top layer. So remember, we have a bottom layer, then we have maple syrup, we have custard, and then some more maple syrup. Top layer of bread again. So now we're gonna add a bit more maple syrup. Okay, a bit more maple syrup. Okay, and remember guys, try to cover, you know, any space. don't leave any space, right? Try to get, you know, try to get some bread in there. Okay, we have like 4 slices of bread left. Just try to cover all the spaces. I know that I keep repeating it, but it's very important that you do this, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna add more custard, and then you're gonna top it off with the remaining maple syrup. And remember, in total you used 3/4 cup maple syrup. Okay, and don't worry about the sweetness. You're not even gonna notice anything. It's gonna be delicious. It's not gonna be over sweet. It's just gonna be perfect. Okay, and then when we're all done with that, this goes in the fridge overnight. Okay, so tomorrow is when we're gonna bake this up. So you're gonna take it out the fridge, put it in your oven. Okay, so I'll explain all that tomorrow when we're finished, you know, when it's finished chilling in the fridge. Okay, so more custard. And don't worry if you have leftover custard, you probably will, because there's a whole lot of it. Okay, make sure you cover all this. Cover all your pieces of bread. Okay, so here it is. So now we're almost ready to put this in the fridge. Okay, so we put all our, we covered it with our custard. All the bread is in here. Guys, I just make sure that I use all the bread, okay? So make sure that every corner is covered. So now I'm just going to drizzle it with the remaining of our maple syrup. And guys, this will be great for brunch, okay? I'm not even going to talk about it yet. I'll just share ideas of how to serve this when we take this out the oven tomorrow, okay? Okay guys, so now it's the next day. Let's take out our bread pudding. Oh, this is heavy. Very, very heavy. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I am so curious to see what this looks like right now. Oh, there it is, guys. So I preheated the oven. So now we're gonna put this in the oven to bake for 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes in the oven. Okay guys, so now it's in the oven. Gonna stay in here for 45 minutes and bake to perfection. See you later. Guys, look at the beauty. This is what it looks like after 45 minutes. I'm gonna let it stay in for another, I'd say for another 5 minutes. So what I should told you, you can let it stay in the oven for 45 to an hour. Okay, it all depends on, you know, your oven, because some people's oven, you know, it heats, it overheats. But yeah, you just need a nice brown on top. So I like, you know, a nice brown, so I'm gonna let it stay another 5 minutes. Look. So guys, so now I am preparing my caramel sauce for to garnish with our banana bread pudding. And let me turn off the burner. Here we go. So now I'm just adding about a teaspoon of Baileys to that. There we go. A teaspoon of Baileys. Okay, mix, mix, mix. Perfect. There we go, guys. So look at this beauty. Just took this out of the oven. Just took it out. Look at that. You see the steam? Look at this, guys. Isn't this beautiful? Alright guys, so here it is. Here is my presentation. It's not much of a presentation, guys. I already started to taste this, but here it is. Here's our bread pudding. Here's our caramel sauce. So delicious. I'm gonna taste it on camera for you. Okay, so I'm gonna take a nice crispy edge. Look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. Here I go. Here I go. Mmm. So good. So good, guys. There you go. Mmm. And guys, please like this video. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And please share this video. Okay? I'm going to go and finish enjoying my banana bread pudding. So good, guys. Please try this recipe. You won't be disappointed.